Welcome to the Horror Next Door. This is our Halloween fun video for 2023. We're doing things a little bit differently this year. Usually I post several parts of the Halloween fun. Sometimes it's 4 parts, sometimes it's 5. I think one year it was 6 parts. But this year I decided, screw it, let's put it all together into one video. That way nobody has to find all the different parts to try to watch them. We'll put them all together into one big long video and let you have at it. So here it is. Everything that we filmed over the course of pretty much August through October, all the stores that we went to, and all the fun stuff that we saw. The other thing that we're doing differently this year is, as you can tell, I am recording audio for this. The audio that we usually record at the store, you know, the stores like to play music, and I'm always fighting the YouTube copyright system to try not to have anything flagged. So this year I said, screw it. I will mute the audio and only have the audio come in at certain points, mainly for animatronics and things like that. This is at home. I feel like over the last couple of years, their selection of Halloween things have drastically gone down. I feel like a few years ago it was more fun to go there. So I didn't really record very much there. They did have these really tall inflatable things that you can see some of them are almost touching the ceiling. That place is pretty tall, so pretty insane how tall some of these things are. I can't imagine people having these on their front lawns. So here we are at Home Depot, the first Home Depot that we visited for the Halloween season. There's a little girl here ripping off a teddy bear's head. I'm not exactly sure what this thing right here was called, but I really love the wings. I kind of wish the wings would open. He just kind of stands there with his wings out and talks and says a few things. I don't remember what he said. There's a creepy little thing there holding a doll. I'm not exactly sure what the guy with the antlers are. And then up in the front here, there is a witch and there's a cauldron next to her. There's a little creepy clown guy right here. Another shot here of the witch. I think when I was recording this, there was just so much going on at once. I was like, trying to film it all. So there's a little pumpkin angel, and there's a little pumpkin devil guy, which I didn't really get a good shot of, but those things actually are pretty damn adorable. There's a little scarecrow guy that tries to grab you, and then this random, like, undead fisherman on a rocking chair, which is super random, but oh well. Here's some more stuff. Got the really tall guys back there. This thing right here really kind of reminds me of Bagul from the Sinister films. But then we got the really tall Jack Skellington. And then obviously there's the other skull skeleton guy with the LED eyes. Here's another witch looking thing. Not sure what this guy's supposed to be, but he's got an owl on his shoulder. There's a skeleton here. Looks like she's a maid. She looks like she's pissed off. Gonna hit somebody with a bottle. This thing back here, this Grim Reaper skeleton dude, he is one of my favorites. I think he looks so cool. I wish I could just have him in my house. Could you imagine him standing next to the Christmas tree or something like that? That would be awesome. They had this little skull statue back here, and there's like a skull archway. I thought that looked really cool. I guess the archway would be more of a display purpose because it's not tall enough for very many people to walk through. Then in the back, obviously, we have all the inflatables. Bunch of inflatables. My favorites, obviously, got the little cartoony, like, ghost face looking dude holding an axe. I think that's an axe. It looks like an axe. Got Little Mermaid stuff. There's a really cool pumpkin guy holding a double axe. There's a lot of kitty related things, Disney stuff, but then there's Chucky thrown in there. This little pumpkin guy I always think is adorable. He would be awesome to own as well. Then there's these little Nightmare Before Christmas little guys here that with their mouths move with the light. It looks really cool, actually. I don't remember what they say, but look at them. Oh, and then we played with this Chucky guy, and he kept wanting to just walk off and fall over, but I thought it was pretty funny. I think he falls on his face in a second. It's pretty hilarious. Boom. But he's cool looking. The voice doesn't sound anything like him. Then there was this interesting looking skeleton guy.
Looks like somebody killed him by putting a bag over his head.
But that was everything at this particular Home Depot. Get a wide shot here so you can see everything in its glory. Halloween, the best time of the year. Here we are at Lowe's, the first Lowe's that we visited this Halloween season. I noticed these little fake planters up in the front. They had a cute little like bat pumpkin face looking thing, some skulls, some ghosties, and then on to the animatronics.
The original Leatherface. Let's see how he goes. Oh, don't tell me it doesn't work. Are you shitting me? Oh, you son of a bitch. It doesn't work. Bastards.
So yes, one of the main reasons I wanted to go to Lowe's was to get footage of this cool Leatherface animatronic. And of course, when I get there, it's broken. I'm not sure how these animatronics end up in the store broken. I don't know if they show up broken, but sometimes I suspect that it's from kids going around and stomping on the little pads when you don't need to stomp on them, and they just end up breaking them.
Pretty accurate looking Pennywise. What does he do? Does this work? Hey, he actually works. Sort of. He moved for a second. I think he's supposed to have a balloon thing and it's not there.
Yeah, this Pennywise actually looked pretty accurate, like I said, but it was also broken and the balloon thing wasn't really there. It was just rather disappointing that some of the stuff didn't work. Here's a shot of all the inflatables. I love the Michael Myers looking one with his giant eyeballs. The gizmo is pretty cool as well.
Enter if you dare.
Lots of random pumpkin lights and things. There's this random old man with a lantern. More pumpkin lights. Lots and lots of pumpkins here if you want pumpkins. There's a nice little good old Fred tombstone. And then there's this adorable pirate skeleton guy. I'm not sure what he's about, but he is flippin' cute. And then look at this ghost holding the broom. Just seriously. Adorable. And then here is the rest of the animatronics. Lots of them here. There's this random little doll girl that spins around, and I didn't really get a good shot of the little doll thing behind her. There's this cool looking zombie guy. I actually think his face looks pretty cool. Don't remember what he's saying or if he's just going rah, 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 rah. But there's a clown guy. He's got a little teddy bear in his hand for some random reason. They also sort of had like a Grim Reaper looking dude back here, but I do think the one at Home Depot is much better looking. There's this ugly, tall witch holding a skull, and then there's our mummy friend in the background there. I feel like he's there every single year. This cool little tombstone thing. I kind of wish this thing moved around. The way the material looks, it looks like it is going to move around, but it doesn't. It just stands there. And here is a nice wide shot of the entire display at this particular Lowe's. Everything in all its glory. Wish the Leatherface worked, but on to the next store. So here we are at Home Depot number 2. Surprisingly, I actually needed to go to this particular Home Depot because I was working on a project at the house and needed to get something, and this one was the only one that had it. So while I was there, I checked out the Halloween section, of course. Most of the stuff is the same. Here is a closer up shot of the Bagul animatronic guy. Everything else here, like I said, was pretty much the same, but there were some things over here that I did find that I didn't see at the previous Home Depot, and it was this random dog dressed like Dracula or something, and then this cool teddy bear looking guy with pumpkin coming out of his face. A little disappointed by the lights on this one. It's like, why even have these? And then this guy didn't have anything at all. But other than that, that was pretty much it. So here we are at Party City, the first Party City that we visited. They had a few little animatronic things out here, and then there was this weird pumpkin that kind of looked like it had a radio built into it, and I think it like supposed to connect to Bluetooth as well, and I think it's kind of lip syncs along to the music that you listen to. And I don't know how I passed this thing when I first walked in, but I noticed it as I was standing there, and I had to go back out and get a cool shot of this thing. That thing was awesome. I think it also moved around and stuff, but of course it was broken. But onto the mask section. I personally think that in years past, Party City's mask selection was much better. It seems like after COVID kind of hit, their mask section kind of went down in quality and actually down in size as well. This particular Party City, the mask section used to be in the back, and it was like 2 whole walls of masks, and now it's up in the front, and it's like, you know, 2 or 3 little slithers of a section. Kind of disappointing. Don't know why they have done that, but it is what it is. And I noticed in the footage that that pumpkin mask down there, I think I own that pumpkin mask, but that particular one in the video has like those lights on it that light up. Not sure why that even is a thing. And what is this Michael Myers? What is that mask? Man, some of the store-bought stuff just really shocks me. And I really thought this Pennywise mask looked really derpy. That's why I grabbed it and was like, durr. So you have your basic costumes that seem to be everywhere. The Jasons, the Freddys, the Michael Myers, the Pennywises, and even the Chuckies. It seems that every Halloween store has those same costumes. I found these cool shirts. There's a Friday the 13th shirt. I checked all through them. It's just the same shirt. Same with this Michael Myers. It says purely and simply evil. But that's the only one they had. All the rest were the same. And then moving on, there was this cool Chucky shirt. I actually think the Chucky shirt was my favorite out of the bunch, but that's all they had of Chucky as well. So I Creep. Cute little shirt. Boo How right there. And then there's Spooky Season. Wasn't much at this Party City. Here we are at Lowe's number 2. Hopefully their animatronics aren't all broken. Let's see what is in store.
Round and round we go. You'll never hit me because you mortals are slow.
So most of the stuff at this particular Lowe's is obviously the same as the last Lowe's, but there are a few things in here that you will notice that weren't the same. That adorable Jack Skeleton blow up thing and the Chucky, oh my god. So cute. And there's our ghosty friend and of course our pirate skeleton guy coming up. Not sure what all the Disney stuff is about. Some Scream peeper things here. They didn't really work, unfortunately. Not sure if they needed batteries or not. Who knows? This doll was just randomly laying here. And then here they are.
All right, moment of truth.
Moment of truth indeed. So the Leatherface animatronic actually works. Funny side note, the Pennywise is still broken. His balloon is actually there, but it's not blown up. But he just stands there. He's not working. But I got a cool faraway shot here of Leatherface doing his little jig with his chainsaw. I actually really like this. I think it looks pretty cool. I know it's rather cheap looking, but it is what it is. I mean, it's Lowe's. What do you expect? But I think it looks cool. Then there was this area over here where these particular animatronics were connected to an air compressor. And I've never seen anything like this.
Jeez.
The clown guy there on the left was broken, if you're wondering why I'm not pressing it.
Let's see that again.
And of course, I had to be that guy.
All right. Let's do both at the same time. Look at this guy. Got his lantern here. Look at that. Now, just to show you how big this fucking thing is. Look how tall it is. And apparently it does something. Let's see what it does. Whoa. His eyes are lighting up and he's moving the tombstone around. That's cool.
So yes, this zombie guy was definitely not at the first Lowe's we went to. I think he is great looking. I actually think he's probably one of my favorite animatronics at Lowe's. And I just think it's cool. I kind of wish maybe his left arm did something, or maybe his head turned left or right or something like that. But his eyes light up and his arm pushes the tombstone around and he looks really cool. Got a nice little close-up shot here of his face. And then there's our little zombie friend from before. So I was right by saying that he just goes rah, 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 rah. So here's our mummy friend. He's got like a little strobe light inside of him. He's actually working. And then the clown guy over here, I got a little bit of audio of him as well.
Did I scare you? Good. I still got it.
And the Grim Reaper guy over here was working this time as well.
The halls of horror come alive with spiders crawling up your spine and evil lurking in the night.
actually thought that the Grim Reaper guy sounded a little bit like Doug Bradley's Pinhead, but maybe that's just me. Here's a nice cool shot of everything. On to the next store.
Just going on a walk, and look what I found. Let's walk through it.
So yes, I was taking a walk one day at the local park that we like to frequent, and there was this little haunted trail, so to speak, in the middle of the woods. This isn't the first time that these particular people have done this trail in their backyard, which is very close to the trail on the park. A few years ago, I think it was 2020, if I remember correctly, they had this back there, and we found it one day randomly, and we thought it was so cool and just really neat that somebody actually set all this stuff up for people in the park to walk through and just have a good time, you know? And the last couple of years, they haven't done it. And this particular year, I was just walking through the park, wasn't expecting to see anything Halloween related, and all of a sudden I see this. So it was a pleasant surprise, and it was actually really fun. They obviously had to have the giant LED light eyes skeleton from Lowe's. There was a lot of skeleton decorations throughout this haunted trail. It was like a theme, I guess you could say, is a lot of skeleton related things. I thought this thing on the tree here was actually really cool. I didn't see it when I first came through. Then there's this little pumpkin scarecrow guy. There was also a lot of lights also around this area, and I thought, man, it would be really cool to see this in the dark, but I don't know if it'd be creepy for me to be walking through this people's backyard in the dark.
Got a werewolf. Whoa.
I have to admit that I did not expect that scarecrow to start making noises like that. When I first walked up on it, it didn't make any noise at all. It didn't start until after I was a little bit past it. So it kind of caught me off guard a little bit, but didn't necessarily scare me. A lot of tombstones here. Again, there's lights everywhere. And on this tree to the left here, there's actually these candles that are hanging from the tree, and they're all lit up. You can't even tell in this video, but they're all lit up. So again, this would be really cool to see in the dark, but I just think it'd be kind of creepy to be walking the park in the middle of the night and then be walking through these people's backyard. I mean, if they're cool with it, I would love to get footage of it, but this is what I have, and it was still cool to see nonetheless, and hopefully you enjoyed it as well. And here we are at Halloween City. Of course, walking right in, we see all the really tall animatronics, this weird looking deer head thing. Then this scarecrow guy popping down at me. Pretty cool stuff. And then there was this Frankenstein's monster looking dude. Then moving on to this wall, these are pretty much the same ones that were here the last 2 years. There's like this, I don't know, end of the world apocalypse looking guy. And then we have Michael Myers right here, which we've called Skinny Myers because he's so thin looking. I'm not sure why they haven't fixed that yet. And then there's this cool devil guy next to him. Then the little popcorn machine. On the other side, they had a few things I don't remember seeing last year, like this cool creep show looking guy. He just made some cool noises, but he didn't speak or anything like that. I thought this pumpkin guy on the floor here was kind of funny. He's just like, help me. And I'm not exactly sure what this thing was all about, but it's actually kind of cool. It just kind of shakes all around and the head flops up and down. And I've seen this little boy here before. He pops up, has an ugly face. But then this thing in the back here with the cage on its head. I don't recall seeing that in previous years. Definitely recall seeing that little wolf popping out of the trash can. Here's some of their inflatables. This giant pumpkin thing looks awesome. And of course, spiders. Then here is their giant mask wall, much bigger than other stores offer. This weird skull pumpkin face thing. That thing looks cool. Lots of skulls, lots of pumpkins. This weird toxic waste looking dude with his eyeball hanging out. Weird alien looking thing. Some other alien looking things, deep sea creatures. Weird zombie guy, and they have Fear Street licensed stuff, probably from Trick or Treat Studios. That werewolf mask was pretty cool. Oh, that demon guy right there, the black face with the horns, that thing looks awesome. I really like that one. Weird stuff here. I don't even know where to begin to describe all of this. This weird clown guy. There's a jester down there. Some more clowns. Half masks here with the mouths exposed. Some more skulls. Old man. That clown right there actually was really cool. I like that one. Some more half masks. Some more like purge looking masks. They're kind of not licensed though. Looks like they're just made to look like the Purge, but it's not really the Purge. Obviously, we have the Stranger's mask here, which I give a thumbs down, of course. That man in the mask, man, it really bothers me that Trick or Treat dropped the ball on that. I know I said the same thing last year, but geez, what is that mask? I really need to find a new one, a good one, but just haven't had the time to look. I did find a site a while ago that offered one, but just never pulled the trigger on it. Lots of Michael Myers masks here, and honestly, they're all kind of jammed together. I just kind of hate how things are displayed because you go to buy one of these masks and it's all smushed to shit, or it's got a crease in it or something along those lines, and it just ruins the mask. So I just kind of think these stores need to figure out a better way of displaying the masks. This cool little candy apple skull thing, I thought this was really cool, so that's why I got a close-up shot of it. This Creep Show sign is actually really cool. It's embossed. You can't really tell, but the Creep Show logo is embossed. There's also some cool Trick or Treat decorations down there as well, and also some cool plastic cups. Lots of random signs and things. These butcher shop signs are actually made of actual metal. I thought that was a pretty nice touch. And this year, I am obsessed with buying these little magnets. There's these 3D foam magnets. They had Jason, they had Michael Myers, and Chucky. I bought all three of them. And then I went online and I found Freddy Krueger and a few other ones. And I'm planning on buying them eventually. Just haven't gotten around to it. They had a lot of cool keychains down here. I actually think some of the cool stuff is up by the registers, and no one ever really pays attention to the little things that are up by the registers. You got to check those out too.
Did you know that this land is cursed? The original farmer buried his victims in this very field. They say it helped to keep his soil nice and fertilized. Would you care to see where the remains lie?
So here we are at Spirit Halloween, the first spirit that we visited for the year.
Oh, what is this freaky little shit?
Obviously, all the awesome animatronics up in the front. This clown guy right here scaring the crap out of Hellcat as she's trying to film this. They have this cool little like mausoleum looking display in the front, and then there's like an animatronic on all four sides. There was the clown guy with the bowling pins, and then there was the scarecrow looking guy, and there's a scarecrow looking guy in here as well, and then other little random things written on the wall of the, I'm assuming it's a mausoleum, looks like it to me. But this clown guy. Freaky, freaky little guy there. Then there was this weird clown. I really enjoyed the killer clowns from outer space guy standing there. Kind of wish he moved around a little bit, but it was cool nonetheless. Then there was this area in the back here with more animatronics.
Oh, dear Lord.
Lots of animatronics back here. This ghost thing was actually really cool, and so was this devil-looking guy. As you can see, he gets really freaking tall and almost touches the ceiling. Here's a better shot of the ghosty looking guy waving his arms around. This one was actually pretty cool looking. I could have that in my house. I could live with that. That would be awesome. Then there was this weird Grim Reaper thing.
Soon you will forget everything. Your life, your past. You will stay with me. eternity.
That's cool. I'm down with that.
Beware, you are now in the graveyard of fog. I am the guardian of all souls. We've eagerly been awaiting you and are so happy you finally arrived. Don't be scared. Come this way. I have a special grave for you, the one that is right behind me. Make yourself at home. This is the end. We want your soul.
I really think this little girl holding the candles here was fucking awesome. This bat thing right here was really cool. It jumps up and shoots his wings out. It's really neat. Not sure how much that thing costs.
Alright, is he gonna get me again this year? He always gets me. Oh, he didn't get me. I know your name now, Skelly.
Yes, that skeleton guy always gets Hellcat every single year, but this year didn't get her. And this particular animatronic here was broken. I got footage of a working one later.
Spider in there. Little freak. Ooh.
I feel like Spirit Halloween upped their animatronic game this year. I don't remember them having this many. They usually always have the setup in the front and then a few in the back, but I feel like there was more this year. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me not being able to remember, but I just feel like there was more. Here's the Friday the 13th stuff. Some random masks and things and costumes. Some trick-or-treat material here. Got some trick-or-treat masks made by Trick-or-Treat Studios. That beanie is actually pretty cool. Some Sam costumes. Here's some more Friday the 13th stuff here. Jerseys and hats and things. And a cool pair of socks. There's a blanket there. Here is some Universal Monsters costumes and masks. There's Frankenstein's monster, and I think that's Creature from the Black Lagoon. Some other random Universal Monsters. So that particular animatronic, all it does is crack the neck and then go back. I kind of wish it faced away from you and then spun towards you and cracked the whole back and spine area and then did the neck crack. But it's already kind of positioned in a way that it's already did the turn. And I'm like, I don't know. I think they could have done more with it and it would have been more spectacular, but the way it is, I don't like it.
Welcome to prime time. Come to Freddy. How sweet. Fresh miss me. Cool.
Lots of Freddy stuff here. This Trick-or-Treat Studios mask is actually pretty well done for a latex Freddy. These other ones, as you can see, look very derpy and not so good. Some Freddy Krueger gloves here. They have like the cheaper ones, and then Trick-or-Treat Studios has the more deluxe ones down at the bottom. Here's some random decor and things that you could buy with ghosties and just random signs and stuff. Was that Corpse Bride? Hocus Pocus. There's always a large amount of Hocus Pocus things at Spirit. All this stuff here, just random wreaths and pillows and candles and things. I'm not even sure what some of that stuff is, but cool nonetheless. That spooky thing is pretty cute. They had a crap ton of Beetlejuice stuff. If you're a huge Beetlejuice fan, look at all this stuff you can buy. The Beetlejuice sign, I think, is actually pretty cool, and it's random that Jason's just hanging out in there. These little baby things that they had this year, they have Leatherface and Sam and Ghostface up there. Ghostface kind of has heart eyes a little bit, and there was a Pennywise as well. There's a bunch of more trick-or-treat stuff. Some glassware here. Actually, I think that's just plastic. But these cool lights. Random light things. I guess that's a candy bowl. There's the baby Sam again. Some random wreaths. I'm not exactly sure why you would buy a wreath, but I guess some people like those things. Here's some of those dancing dolls and some of these knives. It seems to be a popular thing this year with having these kitchen knives that have designs on them. Then we have all the dolls. We got Annabelle and Sam. I actually own the Sam. We have the Child's Play doll. And then there's this little random Halloween holographic looking sign that's kind of stuck in there with all the dolls, which I don't think it belongs there, but whatever. More popcorn dishes and candy dishes. And then there's the hard to get Sam light from a few years ago, which is now just sitting there for anyone to buy. I remember Hellcat and I running all around to all these different Spirit Halloweens trying to find it, and we finally got it, and we were so happy that we got it, and now here it is just out in the open for anybody to buy. But that's a really cool Universal Monsters sign there. I also feel like Spirit Halloween kind of upped their sign selection this year. They've always had signs, but I feel like there's a ton of them this year. I have the big Camp Crystal Lake sign. This year I got the smaller Camp Crystal Lake sign, and Hellcat went ahead and purchased that Overlook Hotel sign, which is funny because I was actually eyeing that up myself. Obviously, we have some trick-or-treat signs. There's where the Halloween holographic sign's supposed to go. We have some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff here. Just random things here and there. Signs, pillows. And then there's Hellcat's Oogie Boogie. That also, I think, one year, or maybe several years, was sold out within weeks. And now here it is, plain as day. You can buy it. Anybody can buy it. Not sure what's going on with these babies here. Also, I'm not sure why Spirit has so many babies you can buy. This little devil angel thing is actually pretty cool looking, but the rest are pretty damn creepy, and I'm not sure why anybody would want to own them. Obviously, we have all the Ouija stuff. Spirit always has a good selection of Ouija type stuff. Mugs, an actual Ouija board, candles, things of that nature. There's a weird little mantle thing that you can put up. Then here's a bunch of skeleton things. Little skeletons, skulls, animal skeletons. I'm not even sure what that long thing is there. There's a head with a spinal cord attached to it. That's actually kind of cool looking. Here's another pumpkin guy. Similar to the one that Target offers, but not as big. Some more random decorations here. Kind of all thrown together. There's Sam hiding out in the back there. There's a ghost face. Some random pumpkin things. All kinds of stuff here. Pumpkin things. Zombie guys. Weird pig on a hook. Not sure why you would want to own that. And then obviously all the severed limbs and things. There's some animals here, some rats, some evil looking cats. Some more cats up here, a little less evil looking. And then up at the top here, there is Scabs, the little doggy. He's kind of cute.
Good Scabs. Good Scabs.
Yes, good Scabs indeed. And then here is the mask wall. Lots of Purge looking masks. Seems to be a theme. Purge masks are everywhere. And then we have our clowns. I like these old-timey masks. Some of them are like Universal monsters and stuff, but other ones are just random things like clowns and like that hobo-looking clown. There's a weird baby up there. Yeah, these older-looking style masks here are really cool-looking. Then they have these ones that come with hands and things, which is actually pretty neat because when you're doing a costume and you have a cool mask on and then your hands look normal, it's kind of like, what the heck? You kind of need some hands to match. So that's kind of cool that Spirit offers something like that. And look at the placement of these masks, man. They are shoved in here. It's like, we have all this stuff. We need to sell it. Let's just shove it in here. But you buy any of this stuff, it's going to be ruined before you even get it home. This Otis driftwood from House of a Thousand Corpses looks kind of derpy looking. I must say. I mean, look at the front of this devil mask here. It's all messed up. Why would you spend your money on this? Why are they putting them in there like that? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how they could fix this. Maybe they should just have one display type mask, and then when you want to buy the mask, they go in the back and get you a pristine one from the back. Weird stuff here. There's this crappy face mask of Michael Myers. Not sure why you would want just the face. This leather face mask is actually not all that bad.
Oh, it doesn't do it.
Then they had these Friday the 13th slippers. Look how big these things are. They are ridiculous, but they're actually pretty cool. And then they had Nightmare Before Christmas ones to match. And then here are some cool little rugs they had here. I thought some of these were kind of cool. Obviously, the Michael Myers one. Then there's a shelf of bobbleheads, and the little Sam one in particular was really cute. They had a ton of blankets. Not sure why you would want a Cheeto blanket, but America. Weird skeleton guy down there, bent all the shit. And another derpy Pennywise. Lots of random pillows of just heads. More blankets and things over there. So I'm not sure if I just don't recall these in the past, but they had all these really cool backpacks. They had Nightmare on Elm Street, and they had Halloween, and they had Friday the 13th, and then they had a cool Jack Skeleton one. These things were really nice.
Oopsie.
Here we are at Party America, which is similar to Party City, but not a giant chain of stores like Party City is. They have a lot of decor stuff here and just like party things. There's a lot of paper plates here and napkins and things. You can have a nice little party if you wanted to. Some pumpkin stuff there. Some pumpkin carving things. some random decorations and things like that. Just all kinds of stuff to decorate your house for a party or even Halloween. And there's a cute little ghosty there. Adorable. Boo. Some skulls here. Looks pretty empty on that shelf. Lots of skeletons here and some jack skeletons and some random bloody skeleton demon looking guys, some clowns. There's actually a clown up here that I think looks really cool. This one right here. Crazy looking. Some other random things. Then there's this cool tombstone here and it says, room for rent, 1 small bedroom, neighbors are quiet. Thought that was pretty funny. There's a dead end sign there. Then we have the spider web stuff, which is such a pain in the ass, in my opinion. This really tall, skelly looking guy. Some more tombstone things. I think that's Corpse Bride. Some more skull guys and some skulls with horns on them and some jack skeleton looking pumpkin guys and some oogie boogies down there. Is that a kitty or a squirrel or a rabbit or something? Bunch of random stuff.
Cool.
Some more house decorations. Lots and lots of decorations here. And they had some Goonies stuff, which was random. You don't normally see Goonies things. Then they had these holographic photo things, which were actually pretty cool looking. Then they had this fogging Grim Reaper, which would have been cool if they had it up for everybody to see. Some more stuff for decorating. Got Jason, you got Michael Myers, you got Pennywise, you got some zombies there, some bloody hands. There's that butcher shop sign. There's some axes and things. Got some little prop weapons here, some pitchforks and things. And then they had some masks over here. See, there's a clown guy. There is some Michael Myers. There's some Game of Thrones guys. There's some face masks. Not like a full mask, but like a half mask. Then there is some Purge stuff, licensed Purge stuff. There's a one from the Funhouse up there as well, which is random. You don't really see that mask every day. That bloody skull underneath of it's pretty cool too. And I think this one over here is Leatherface from part 3, which you don't see that much either. So next up is Target, which didn't really get too much footage from because, to be completely honest with you, Target kind of sucks for Halloween.
Happy Halloween, my little ghoul.
The problem that we have with Target is by the time they get all their Halloween stuff up, it's already well into October or sometimes just the beginning of October. It's like, what have you been doing, Target? Everybody else had their shit out in August and you're just now putting your stuff up and it's, you know, the week before October or something like that. I don't know, but I understand that they have their back to school stuff out all the way up until the end of September and then they replace it with Halloween, but why can't you have both? Just a thought. But their selection was a little lacking this year. Honestly, I feel like every year Target's kind of gone downhill. So I just wanted to put this in here and get it out of the way because, I don't know, wasn't thrilled. At Spirit Halloween number 2, starting off with a close-up of these awesome Frankenstein monsters mask made by Trick or Treat Studios and my boy, Justin Mabry. These things are fantastic looking. I kind of want to pick one up. I'm not a huge Frankenstein fan, but they look awesome. So since this is the second Spirit Halloween, I'm only going to try to show stuff that wasn't shown in the first segment or close-up shots and things like that.
Nice.
Just wanted to get another shot of that awesome, awesome bat. Now here is the spider thing I was talking about previously, and this is how it works.
Interesting. That's cool.
I like that pumpkin with the innards hanging down as it comes up. The spider thing is actually pretty cool. Even though the one that Hellcat filmed was broken, it still was kind of cool because it kind of jumped at you and everything. So here are some close-up shots of some of the masks I enjoyed. Obviously, the Leatherface mask was pretty cool. This clown mask is pretty cool. The Halloween 2018 mask I have. There's a cool Terrifier mask there, and also a Captain Spaulding, which I was actually pretty shocked with the quality of that mask for it being a mass-produced mask. Then they have all these light-up ones. I really don't see the appeal of the light-up ones, but I guess there's somebody out there buying these things, or else they wouldn't have so many. Then I seem to find all these clown masks on a end cap here. It seems like no matter how many spirits you go to, you always just find more and more random masks. This ugly rat thing. And this clown at the end here is actually pretty creepy in my opinion. I found these inflatables in the back. They weren't out on display. You could just look at them in the box. But I thought the Pennywise one looked pretty cool, and the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and even the Ghostface one was pretty neat. They had a scarecrow guy, and a rat, and a cat, and then that ghost is like, ooh! Thought that was pretty funny. A Reaper guy. And then there's some jack-o'-lanterns. And then over here they had some random baby doll head lights that you could run across your driveway and things. And they had some pumpkins and things like that. Then there was this random clown shoe.
Alright. So as far as the animatronics that are back here, I think this is probably the best one. That thing's awesome. And the little giggles and shit. What the fuck? Blech.
They had some Fall Guys costumes. It's those costumes that has the little fan inside and it blows it up while you wear it. I actually think those things are kind of cool. They had these little creeper guys that dance around. I actually thought the blood on the ghost face was actually pretty cool. And then more of the trick-or-treat lights. Just get a close-up shot here of Sam's head without his mask on. They had some random projection lights and things like that. Then they had these really cool wall decor and door covers, which I thought were really awesome, especially that Leatherface one. Putting that on like your door, or even just a bedroom door would be awesome. They had a bunch of these things. Pennywise, there's Frankenstein, and then they had some flags. That Ghostface flag and the Trick or Treat one I think is pretty cool. Even the Killer Clowns one. Then there's a Ghostface guy. There's another Ghostface flag. There's Chucky. Looks like he's jumping through a window. These things were really cool. Then here's some more of the bobbleheads that they offer. The Killer Clowns one was really cool. Then there's Ghostface, and they have 2 different types of Michael Myers, and then Leatherface. Then here is some close-up shots of some of the blankets that they have. Again, lots and lots of Michael Myers, Killer Clowns, Trick or Treat, etc. Here's some more Friday the 13th stuff. Not sure what these costumes are about. They had blood splattered hats and like an old worn looking hat. These particular hockey masks are actually not that bad. I'm not sure who makes them, but for a mass-produced mask, it's not that bad. So on to the final stretch here. We are at Party City number 2.
Good to the final drop.
I thought this little doll thing drinking tea was awesome looking. And look at the hair on Michael Myers. Unfortunately, this little Michael Myers guy didn't work, but at least we got to see his awesome hair. I got some close-up shots of some of the boxes that they offer animatronics, and some of these things look pretty damn cool. I thought the Vengeful Vicky looked pretty awesome. I kind of wish they had these out. I'm not sure why they just have all these in boxes shoved in the corner, but here's a little display of some of the ones they offer. That awesome tall pumpkin guy was on there. And here is an awesome Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface mask. I believe this again is a Trick or Treat Studios mask. And then here we have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Die.
And then we have some more Michael Myers masks and some Ghostface masks, and there were a couple Halloween 3 masks in there. This little spiky guy was in the other video, but I never touched it, so I thought I'd put that clip in there. That werewolf thing is pretty cool. Some of these masks are repeats. There's a Joey Jordison looking thing. Another Ghostface, this one with lights and some Chucky props and things. Most of this stuff is the same. So, moving on. And here we are at Spirit Halloween number 3, the last of the Spirit Halloweens. I found a lot of random stuff hidden back in the corner here. There's this cool Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface statue. And then there was this cool Chucky from Child's Play 2, little Jack-in-the-Box guy.
Playtime's over.
Then I just wanted to get a couple of shots of these Michael Myers lights and Ghostface lights actually lit up to see what they look like. The Ghostface one I think actually looks better in my opinion. Then I got a couple of close-up shots of these weird looking pumpkin things, and then even the weird clown pumpkin looking things. These things are weird. I don't remember them being there before, but maybe they were. Who knows? They had all the same animatronics, but I just thought I'd get a close-up shot of this weird thing's baby doll cracked face. Just weird looking thing. And I got a close-up shot of this clown guy's face. He actually looks pretty cool looking. Then they had these Beetlejuice dolls. And obviously Michael Myers looks like a derp. And they had Sam with both his mask on and his mask off. Not sure what that clown is supposed to be. Then they had more of these awesome backpacks. The Good Guys backpack. Oh my God, that thing is awesome. They had Ghostbusters. They had Friday the 13th. They had Corpse Bride, Scooby-Doo, SpongeBob, and obviously Nightmare on Elm Street. And this Trick or Treat one looks amazing. I really think these things look awesome, but I really don't know how you would use it because I feel like you would ruin it, and I wouldn't want to ruin it. They had these killer clowns from outer space prop weapons. I thought these things were actually really cool looking. They had that little gun there, and then down here in a second there is a popcorn gun. That thing looks awesome looking. If you were doing, you know, a nice killer clowns from outer space costume, that thing would be awesome. I kind of want one, but I don't know what I would do with it or where the hell I would put it.
You will burn in the fiery pits for an eternity.
This is Costume Cabaret, and this place I had never heard of before in my life, and just went there to check it out after somebody told me about it, and here we are. So when you first walked in, there was a nice little hallway. I think this particular place used to be a supermarket or something. But when you first walk in, there was just all kinds of animatronics lined up. And that's everything you were seeing there before. Then they had this huge wall of masks. That clown right there is so creepy looking. I actually really like that mask. That thing right there actually looks like Tobin Bell if Tobin Bell was a alien freak. And there is a weird doll thing up there. All kinds of random masks here. That thing right there looks like it's from a movie, but I don't know which one. Same thing with that mask right there with the weird teeth and the yellow eyes. That one is Beetlejuice, obviously. Oh, huge Chucky head. All kinds of random masks here. There was these random, like, female looking masks thrown in here. You'll see them here and there. There's a derpy looking Freddy Krueger. There's a cool looking goat guy thing. I like how all these Halloween masks are here, and then all of a sudden there's just like a Thanos mask. All these are scary looking and creepy looking and stuff, and then it's just like, hey, Thanos here, just hanging out. I thought that was funny. Obviously, gotta have a mask that looks like the Purge. Gotta have a creepy clown. And there's another one of those weird female masks. Weird. Wizard of Oz masks. That mask right there, that clown mask with the blue and red, that actually looks pretty cool. Some Day of the Dead type of stuff. And then this thing right here, I wasn't sure if it was a mask or a pillow. It was just weird looking. Tin Man. And there is the mask wall. And when I turned around, I saw all these animatronics.
Dude, that's awesome. Good size. That's awesome. So cool. Should we do something? Nope. She's supposed to, Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger. That's awesome. Guess this doesn't do anything.
I made a little pact with the inhabitants of these graves around. If
What's
they can
happening?
their way out, I'll
He's doing
find a fresh
something?
body to replace it.
Thought I heard him.
I'm surprised that at the same time I hear one's working their way to the surface, along you come. You have great time. Just so you know, it's a lot easier to fall in a hole than it is to climb back out.
Oh, this guy. Oh, shit. Got a pumpkin. His jaw's kind of fucked up, but he's cool looking. This is just a rogue thing. It's supposed to shape like somebody. Look at a giant. Oh my god, what is this thing? Oh, it's like a door. Enter if you dare. And he stands above it. Wow. That's cool. Then you got another one here. But
Look who comes this way.
does it not work? Come on. Fuck you. I guess it doesn't work.
It is almost time
We got a clown guy here.
to take another soul. Will it be yours?
This guy's been talking the whole time.
Before you are doomed, save the last dance.
So just to give you
We'll dance our way
wide shot.
into oblivion.
There were so many animatronics in this place. I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, oh my God. I just thought this was so cool. They had everything right there in the middle and you can just kind of walk around it in a square. It was really awesome. I just thought it was really cool how it was all set up.
Don't let the hollering fool you. I'm taking this one to a better place.
I'm taking this one to a better play.
And they had all kinds of costumes. There was even more masks back here in the back. Lots of random stuff. Here's a nice looking skull mask. They had some props in the back, some weapons and things. There were some ghost face masks from Dead by Daylight and just other variations of the ghost face mask. There's one with glitter and things on it. just more random masks. You could be a hippopotamus if you wanted to. Random clowns and things. There's always just a large amount of clowns. Not sure what that thing was. I wanted to figure it out, but couldn't. Some more masks over here. Some more ghost face masks here. Some more Dead by Daylight stuff. I haven't played that game in a while, so I really don't know any of these references. There were some more ghost face masks around the corner here. And then this one right here looked like it was like oozing stuff out of it. Not sure what these are from. It just says Dead by Daylight, so I guess the Dead by Daylight ghost face has a bunch of different skins he can wear. This one has a blood pack inside, and I guess you can squeeze it or something and the blood will run down. Then they had this little display over in the corner with some more masks, but they were all black light masks, which were pretty fun to look at. They had a black light on them and some black light paint. And some of them kind of looked like Purge looking masks and things of that nature, but they were pretty cool looking. This place had a lot of masks and a lot of animatronics. And honestly, when you go to a Halloween store, that's what you want to look at. You want to look at animatronics and masks. So to wrap up this video, towards the end of October, I was invited by a friend to go on a pumpkin trail walk. So of course I had to go. I tried to film as much of the pumpkins as I could. Obviously, it's hard to see in the pitch black some of these pumpkins. I kind of got all my footage and edited down as best as I could so you could just see some of the best shots that I got. Apparently, this community does this every year. They get a bunch of people together, they carve a bunch of pumpkins, and they put them all in the woods and they let people come through and check them out, and then the people can come back the next day and pick up their pumpkins. I thought that was really cool. I wish they had something similar to that when I was a child, but some of these pumpkins were actually pretty good. Some of them, obviously, you can tell were made by children, but it is what it is. It was a fun night. My only complaint would be there was several people walking around with really bright flashlights, and it's like, dude, you're going on a pumpkin trail walk. Why do you need some giant LED flashlight that lights up the entire woods? If you want to look at the pumpkins in the daylight, then maybe you should just come during the day. The whole point of this is to see the pumpkin lit up, not for you to shine a giant LED light on it and ruin it for everybody else. But I digress. There is an awesome trick-or-treat pumpkin that somebody carved. I thought that thing was awesome. That's my pick. So I'm going to leave now. I'm going to let the music come in and finish out this video. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween fun video for 2023. And if you're still listening to me at the end of this video, then would you kindly subscribe? We would love for you to join us. Happy Halloween from us here at the Horror Next Door.